Recent reports have surfaced of workplace toxicity existing on the Kelly Clarkson Show, much like Ellen Degeneres last year. How could these accusations be true? Kelly is such a sweetheart. Or have they been trying to warn us from the very beginning? Well, welcome to Beyond the Screen, I am Nate, and today we're breaking down the top 10 celebrities who tried to warn us about Kelly Clarkson. Number 10, Britney Spears. Oh baby. How was I supposed to know that Kelly didn't like her at all? Recently, pop singer Britney Spears has addressed a long-standing grudge that she's had since 2007. Spears commented that Clarkson did an interview for a radio station called Q100 around the same time that Britney had just released her album Blackout and was going through a highly publicized divorce from dancer Kevin Federline. In the radio interview, Clarkson quipped that it would be funny if Britney was pretending to be having a hard time simply to promote her album. She went on to point out that Britney had done little to no press for her album, which Kelly totally loves, by the way, just to let us all know. I'm sorry, did you want Britney to take time out of her busy schedule, touring, dealing with a nasty divorce, and having her entire life controlled by her father? Oops. Sorry, looks like she can't make Fallon tonight to do that promotional video. Number 9, Ellen. After 19 seasons of her long-running talk show, Ellen called it quits and canceled the program following allegations of a toxic work environment. Do you see where I'm going with this? Those allegations were confirmed after Warner Brothers did an investigation into the day-to-day operations of the studio and found some flaws in the system. Behind the scenes, staff members were being mistreated and bullied, with many even claiming that working for the show was mental torture. With the cancellation of the Ellen Degeneres show comes a primetime afternoon slot on TV, and Kelly Clarkson's show swooped in to take it. This was a good move for Kelly and her ratings, but check this out. I think Ellen, in her last act of power before being canceled by the world, was to replace her own toxic show with another one that she knew would be just as bad. Ellen must have set this up so that Kelly and her show would also get investigated and be exposed for the toxic environment that it truly is. This seems to have worked, as rumors are now circulating from former employees of the show claiming similar wrongdoings from Clarkson. Will these rumors hold merit? Only time will tell. We'll end the news. Number 8, Blake Shelton. Country music artist Blake Shelton has been a judge on The Voice since day one of the show, but ever since Kelly sat in that big red chair, herself and Blake have had quite the beef. While initially their back and forth banter on the show was seen as entertaining, the longer it went on, the more real the situation was becoming. In the eyes of the on-screen viewers, these two were in a serious workplace dispute, and it distracted people from the actual singers on the stage. Clarkson and Blake would have spats over the years, but recently it was announced that Shelton would be vacating his red chair and leaving the show at the end of season 23. While longtime fans of the show were noticeably upset, Kelly was thrilled by this announcement, claiming that this move was a gain for humanity, in her own words, because we get to see less of him now. Hold on, let me just find my flashlight. I think there's a little bit of shade in here, it's kind of dark. Shelton responded saying that he would be happy to stay on the show for a 24th season on the condition that Kelly get let go instead. Yeah, there's too much Kelly on TV, we don't need more Kelly. Kelly's comments are very mean-spirited, which contrasts her talk show persona of happy and positive, so maybe Blake's leaving the show has some merit, maybe it's for a reason, who knows. Number 7, Steve Harvey. Show me liar! Number 1 answer, look at that on the board. Steve Harvey is well known as the host of the popular game show Family Feud, as well as a truly wonderful spokesman and life coach. It's jarring then to hear that Steve doesn't like Kelly at all. In 2017, Steve decided to transition into hosting a different type of program. He created the talk show, Steve, where his goal was to bring a late-night talk show atmosphere to an afternoon crowd. From this show, the world was gifted some wonderful and pure moments with Steve. He told us his life story and gave us advice on how to succeed in our own. However, Kelly wanted a better time slot, and after lots of trying, the studio ultimately decided to cancel Steve's show in favor of Kelly's. This did not sit well with Harvey, as he's been very vocal about his disagreements with the decision and Kelly as a host. You gotta wonder, if a man this pure is having problems with you, maybe you should look inward. Number 6, Avril Lavigne. In 2002, Avril Lavigne was one of the most popular artists around. I can still hear Skater Boy being blared at top volumes from my sister's room. It's wonderful. Those magazine posters will haunt me for the rest of my life. At the Video Music Awards of that year, Kelly Clarkson was presenting Avril with an award for Best New Artist for her song Complicated. Whether it was on purpose or not, Avril elbowed Clarkson as she was accepting the speech. She got Kelly right in the face, but was so in the moment that she just didn't even notice and just kept giving her speech. A few years later, after running into Clarkson at an event, Avril apologized profusely, claiming that she had no idea and had been blasted about it for years. but I don't know, watching the clip when it happens, it almost seems like her arm gained sentience for a minute and like used that moment to hit Kelly. Like, what does her elbow know? What is it trying to warn us about? Number 5, Molly Stevens. While not a celebrity in the Hollywood sense, to many fans of the singing competition The Voice, you will surely remember Molly's stellar audition with the song Heavenly Day. Kelly and fellow voice judge Blake Shelton hit their buttons almost immediately, which on this show, getting a button hit is actually a pretty good thing. The gimmick of this show is that contestants audition on a stage while the judges are facing away from them in large red chairs, so that they can just judge the singers solely on their vocal abilities. While judges often compare contestants to former musicians that they remind them of or enjoy, Clarkson compared Molly, who is openly a member of the LGBTQ community, to stars like Melissa Etheridge and the Indigo Girls, who are also members of that community. On top of this comparison, later on during the competition, Kelly would regularly pair Molly with other performers on the roster who were also open and in the community as well. And understandably, this upset everybody involved. While there was nothing wrong with her co-contestants, Molly called Kelly small-minded and claimed that she was pigeonholing her and the other contestants in the community, believing it will somehow increase the team's chances at victory. Molly was eliminated shortly before posting these allegations online, but Kelly claims that she also compared Molly to Patty Griffin, who is straight, and that it was kinda odd for her to leave that part out, but anywho, she's allowed to say what she wants. Moving on. Number 4, Chance the Rapper. The Voice is arguably one of the best reality singing competitions ever created. The judges judge solely on vocal ability, they build teams for artists to collaborate and move on in the competition. The only flaw? Well, it's the fact that the judges can like steal people from other teams if they want to. During a segment of the series called Battle Rounds, coaches will put 2 of their own teammates against each other and they will sing the same song together. Following the song, coaches are tasked with choosing who will go on and whose journey ends there. During a recent season of the show, Kelly chose to eliminate a contestant named D Smooth over another one named Allie. As D was giving his goodbye speech, fellow coach Chance the Rapper hit his steal button, which allows him to steal another team's artist. Chance wanted to work with him so bad and was not ready to see this guy go. Well, Kelly said, "Oh, you want him now? Oh, okay, never mind, he's mine." She opted to use her playoff pass, which allows both artists in the battle to continue to the next round, but whoever the pass is actually used on gets to skip the next round and move directly to the playoffs. Chance was furious, and Clarkson seemed aggressive when using the move. She's literally quoted acknowledging that she knew that Chance wanted to work with D and just didn't care. It looks like Kelly's letting her dark side take a stroll. If you want something she wants, guess what? You can't have it. No. Number 3, Katie Hopkins. Katie Hopkins is a British TV personality known for making bold and controversial statements on the regular, and for some reason since 2015, Kelly has been the specific target of these ongoing freakouts. Whenever Kelly is brought up in her presence, she simply scoffs at the notion that her name is even worth your breath. While she regularly dismisses Clarkson's musical abilities altogether, she was once quoted as calling Kelly a chunky monkey. Jesus. Kelly responded to these comments on Twitter, and the feud has been strong ever since. These comments coming from a woman who looks like a troll and a Princess Diana had a baby. We should take anything this woman says with a grain of salt. Moving on. I don't like that lady. She must have said all this for some reason. Number 2, Carrie Underwood. Rumors of Carrie and Kelly having a behind-the-scenes beef have been circulating since 2016 when an inside source told Radar Online that Underwood threw a fit after Clarkson was asked to perform a solo on American Idol over herself. According to the source, Carrie caused serious drama with the final production of the show because she flipped out that she was stuck doing a duet with Keith Urban. Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie. Is Keith Urban not good enough for you? Just look at that man's hair. I'm sorry, we're getting off topic. She went on to say that the duet bogged down her overall press coverage, which was unwanted at the time, seeing as she was in the middle of promoting her tour. A year later, Underwood again expressed her anger towards Clarkson after she was asked to join The Voice as a vocal coach. Carrie wanted that job, and gosh darn it, she let us know. It would appear that there's some jealousy in the air for this one, as Kelly is also mad at Carrie. Why? Well, for being the best-selling artist to come from American Idol. The pair had rarely been seen together before 2018 when they ran into each other at a red carpet event and decided to snap a pic. The combination of the uncomfortable off-screen moments mixed with their filmed spats on TV makes us think that Carrie was trying to tell us something this whole time. Besides, if you look at the photo they took together, it is very forced. And number 1, Brandon Blackstock. Taking our top spot is Brandon Blackstock. Now, while not a celebrity in his own right, Brandon has been working as a successful successful producer and TV executive for many years now. In 2013, he married Kelly Clarkson, and the two later welcomed their children, a daughter, River Rose, and a son, Remington. Fans were surprised to hear that the couple were calling it quits in 2020 after 7 years of marriage. Apparently, they had a rocky relationship from the get-go, and being locked together in a house for a year only made their problems worse. Kelly claims that Brandon is very laid back and go with the flow kind of guy, where she's a little more high-strung. Brandon has been warning us over the years of his rocky relationship to Kelly though, simply by using his eyes. Just look at the pictures of him with Kelly. His eyes are saying, "Hey, what have I done? Help!" To spend 7 years in a relationship you seemingly want no part in is hard enough, but to have the person that you're divorcing be on TV and in interviews telling people about it is extra brutal. But we wonder if she's doing this on purpose to get her side out before Brandon can reveal his side and possibly confirm the recent allegations of a toxic work environment on the show. Well, leave your thoughts down below. Who else hates Kelly Clarkson? I don't know, who else warned us about her? Let's hope that it's not true. Thank you for watching our content, and as always, we'll see you next time. Peace.